Hi, I'm Nathan Thornberry with Residential Warranty Services, and I'm here to answer a question that many buyers have. They ask their real estate agents, they ask their home inspectors, should I get a sewer camera inspection? Now, there are three parties that are involved in this. One is your real estate agent, the next is your home inspector, and the next is your home warranty company. All three play a very important role in answering this question for you. So I'm going to start with one fact you need to know. Is the house older than 20 or 30 years? If it's more than 20 or 30 years old, and probably somewhere in the middle is where the start line is for this, you pretty much want to get a sewer camera inspection. It should run anywhere from $150 to $300, and it's going to identify problems in the line. And some of these older lines are of different types. They're cast iron, they're galvanized, they're Orangeburg. They're all sorts of tile that could have a problem. And if it has a problem, you might be able to negotiate with the seller to get a new line. But let's say that you do the camera inspection and everything is fine. Or you have a house that is less than 20 or 30 years old. Well, now we have to go into the different problems that you could experience. So here is our house. I know I'm a great artist. And here's your sewer line. This is the most expensive plumbing feature in your home. It goes from the house all the way to the street, and right here is either a municipal connection, or if you're on a well and septic system, this would be the connection to your septic tank. So this line right here is where all the crucial stuff can happen. The first thing that can happen is a simple blockage. We're talking about a clog, things that went down the drain that shouldn't have, or things that just got caught up. If that happens at the main sewer line, what you will experience in your home is everything is backing up. Every toilet, every tub, every shower, every sink, and it'll start generally on the main floor if you have a two-story house. So how do you know you have a problem with your main water line? Because it's happening everywhere. If you only have a clog at the sink, you probably have a localized clog. If you have a single toilet that's clogged, you probably have a localized clog. But if we're talking about the whole house, you're definitely going to be looking at a problem with your main water, or main sewer line rather, and a clog is the first thing that you want to try to get rid of. Now, busting that clog, depending on how far it is away from the house and how easy it is to access, may cost you anywhere from $75 to $300. And that's going to be a plumber putting an auger down this line, finding the clog, breaking it up. They're going to bring the auger back, and a plumber's going to generally look at what comes back on the end of that auger to see if it's indicative of another problem. So if on the auger comes back pieces of the diaper that was flushed, then no problem. The clog is gone. If not much comes back on it, also fine. But if it comes back with tree roots on it or soil, well, that could be indicative of a problem with the sewer line, of course, which brings us to another couple of problems that you could experience. Most common problem with a sewer line is a tree root intrusion. If a tree root is intruding that sewer line, that's something where there is no other alternative. It has to be dug up. You have to replace or repair that section of line. Now, some plumbers will tell you you have to replace the whole line. That is absolutely false. You can go and you can just take out the piece that is broken for anywhere from, let's call it $600 to $2,000. And same thing happens if you just have a simple collapse, a line that has given way. Now, it might be a good idea, and it might even be recommended that if you're doing that $2,000 repair, that you go ahead and spend the $4,000, $5,000, $6,000 to replace the entirety of the line, just because, well, you've dug up the yard anyway. Why not? And if it had a problem in one location, pretty good chance that it'll have another problem in another location sometime soon. There's one other problem other than a line collapse, a tree root intrusion, and a clog that you could experience, and that would be a dip in the line. And this is an exaggerated version, but if basically, if this line isn't falling or going, somewhat straight, but falling a bit towards that connection, if instead it has a dip, that dip can cause repeated clogs because stuff gets stuck down in there, it doesn't flow, and eventually it clogs up. So if you're experiencing repeated clogs, you might have a dip in the line. So how does your real estate agent help you? First and foremost, number one, They can guide you on how old the property is, and if it's older than, let's say, 30 years, let's put 30 years as the line of definitely recommending a sewer camera inspection, then you want to go ahead and do that. Here's the other thing your real estate agent can help you with. This dip in the line that's causing constant clogging or a problem that has been persistent for the homeowner, that should be listed in the seller's disclosure documents. So you want to review those seller's disclosure documents with your agent. Here's the other thing that your agent can help you with. There are areas of town. I'm from Indianapolis. We serve the entirety of the US and Canada, but here in Indianapolis, we have some areas of older homes where we see quite a few problems with underground sewer lines. Areas like Broad Ripple, Meridian, Kessler. There's a place like this in every town. We're talking about where the homes were built in the 20s and 30s and 40s. Maybe towards the end in the 50s and 60s, they were finished out. But in these areas, you're going to find that there are a lot of sewer lines being dug up. If you're in one of these hot spots and your agent tells you it's probably a good idea to get a sewer line inspection, they're not telling you that because they want you to spend more money. They're telling you that because they don't want you to move in and have your whole house back up, because there's a bigger cost than just the sewer line. The sewer line is a big cost. A $2,000 repair is not a simple thing. It's expensive. But let's not forget how you found out about it. Poo went into the house. So if you don't want poo in your house, you want to play prevention. If you're in an older house or in an area that's problematic, get the sewer camera inspection. Now, there is also the home inspection side. So many home inspectors offer sewer camera inspections, or they can arrange one. If they don't, they can recommend you to someone. So ask your home inspector who they would use if you have a house that you feel should have this inspection done. But if that isn't the case, and even if it is, your home inspector, when they come to the house, they will run the water. They will run the water from every faucet, from every shower. They'll flush every toilet. And part of what they're doing is not just testing that fixture. They're testing the whole house. They are putting, at any given inspection, 75 to 150 gallons or more worth of water down into this line to see if anything happens to come up during the inspection. So that's a pretty good protection, really, whether it's a newer house or an older house. If the line is completely clogged, and it's clogged anywhere where that 75 to 150 gallons of water is going to back up, that's going to be discovered during the home inspection. Now, the warranty plays into it as well. And this is where you really need to take control of your transaction. Number one, when you get that home inspection, make sure that it includes sewer guard coverage. Ask your home inspector if they have sewer guard. If they don't, ask for another home inspector. Call around, ask for somebody that does this, because the sewer guard coverage covers this breakage in the line or the tree root intrusion. It carries a $300 deductible. Well, guess what? If you found the problem because of what you thought was a clog, then it's going to cover everything after that. If it was just a clog, then that's gone for under $300. No big deal. Now, once you go to the closing table, you want to make sure that your agent gets you a home warranty. Home warranties generally cover heating, cooling, electrical, plumbing, and appliances, and only one warranty covers the underground sewer line, and that would be the Simple policy from Residential Warranty Services. You can find that at residentialwarrantyservices.com. So with the right inspector that tests the lines and offers you a sewer guard policy and the Simple policy from Residential Warranty Services, you have anywhere from 12 to 18 months worth of coverage on the most expensive pipe in your home. And the Simple policy even covers the clogs for just the deductible. If you would like a copy of any of these coverages, a further explanation, and we'll even get into how claims are handled, just go to nathan.tv/coverage. We're going to have it up there shortly. And if you're watching this video, you'll see it there, and we will go through how to make a claim on a sewer guard policy, how to make a claim on a 90-day warranty policy, and even how to make the most of your 1-year home warranty.